What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Sinister Cobra and welcome to another Halo video. Today we are taking a break from talking about all of this MCC Season 6 and we are gonna talk a little bit about Halo Infinite. So in case you somehow missed it, last week's blog included all that MCC goodness, but 343 also included a follow-up to the last Inside Infinite. So this follow-up is in a video format, so if you want to go ahead and check that out in full, as I won't be covering everything that was talked about. I will be covering the main points of this video. It's about 25 to 30 minutes long. This video, I'm just gonna break it down and summarize all the points, all the new information that they gave us about Halo Infinite. But if you have the time, I would highly recommend checking out the entire video as it is interesting. Quinn DelHoyo, who is the lead of the sandbox team over at 343, he touches on a little bit of the philosophy of the team and all that. But again, this video is just going to be a breakdown of that video, just giving you guys the bullet points, the cliff notes of that video. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Right off the bat, they talk about weapon tuning, and as it's expected, there's going to be weapon tuning throughout the lifespan of Halo Infinite. They did make a distinction to say that campaign and multiplayer will have separate weapon tuning, so if a weapon gets tuned in campaign, it will not affect the multiplayer version and vice versa. But they did say that we should be expecting weapon tunings here and there. Of course, 343 has said this in the past, but they want this game to last about a decade. At least that's their plan. So you can expect not only weapon tuning, but vehicle tuning, map tuning, equipment tuning, all that good stuff. So next in this interview, they talk a little bit about the new Grapple Shot. They just go over how it's gonna play in the gameplay loop. So the first question about the Grapple Shot refers to picking up weapons with the Grapple Shot. And the answer is that we will be able to pick up weapons on the map. So if you see a weapon laying around, you can go ahead and use your Grapple Shot to bring it towards you. We sort of saw this in the E3 campaign demo where Master Chief uses the Grapple Shot to bring over a fusion coil, which he then throws at the enemy. So in a way, we kind of already knew this, but they are just clarifying that all weapons will be able to be picked up by the Grapple Shot. Next, Quinn is asked about hijacking Banshees. And again, the answer is that we can hijack Banshees. He goes on to say that it won't necessarily be easy, but it is doable. Unishek confirmed that he has done it in the playable builds that he's played. And I can only assume from this answer that all vehicles will have the same effect. You'll be able to hijack ghosts and warthogs and tanks and, you know, just any vehicle, really. You'll be able to hijack them using the Grapple Shot. So that will be a pretty neat mechanic, and I am interested to see all like the trick shot type stuff that happens with this new Grapple Shot. So moving on from the Grapple Shot, a little bit more general, they talk a little bit about the equipment. In the Halo Inside blog, they mentioned there was a line of dialogue that said something like, equipment can be earned via combat. I also picked up on this in my previous video breaking down that blog. I had mentioned that the first thing that came to mind reading that line was the return of like ordnance drops. Luckily, they confirm that there will be no ordnance drops, there will be no special meter, there will be like no charge up, earning, kill streak type of thing. They were simply referring to having to contest areas of the map, so like how current Halos, if you got the timing down for the power-ups like the overshield or camo or like even power weapons really, you can go contest the area of the map, fight the enemy team, and you know, essentially the winner of the fight will get the power weapon or the equipment or the power-up as a reward. So it was great that they clarified on that, because it was a little bit worrying if they were going to reintroduce ordnance drops, but yeah, all they were referring to was really contesting areas of the map where the equipment and power weapons spawn. But one interesting note that he did include in his answer was that the equipment will drop once you die. So it's going to work exactly like it did in Halo 3 in that game. Whenever you died and you didn't use your equipment, it will drop and the enemy or your teammates can pick it up. That's something that I didn't even think about, so it's also great that they clarified this point as well. So moving on from equipment, we have a little bit about how vehicle gameplay will play out. So the question itself was interesting because in the question they pointed out that in the E3 campaign demo that there was a quick snippet of a suicide grunt that exploded on the Warthog's front wheel. And Quinn went ahead and confirmed that there will be some sort of vehicle damage system. So he went a little bit in depth with this, and he said basically that you can shoot out different parts of a vehicle. He used the Warthog as an example. So if you shoot out a tire from the Warthog, it will affect just the tire, not the overall health of the vehicle. So you can blow out tires, and that will affect how that Warthog drives now. It just makes me wonder, like, for example, a Mantis, can I target the machine gun? Can I target the rocket launcher and destroy those? So I essentially disable weapons from the enemy vehicles. So up next, we got a little bit about weapons. Not too much new information was given here. However, they did talk about the shotgun a little bit. Again, Quinn reiterated basically what was said in the blog, but he did hint at a brand new, never before seen shotgun. Along with that, he did confirm that the classic shotgun is not returning just yet, which leads me to my next point about classic / legacy weapons. Quinn went ahead and touched on this as well. He said that the team is basically looking into how to introduce the weapons into the sandbox. Essentially, they don't want a situation with the Magnum, how it changed from Halo CE to Halo 2 to Halo 3 and so on and so forth. The Magnum in all those games, they just play completely different from the previous installment of the game. And so with introducing classic weapons, they don't want to change up how they play or how they feel or how they look. They just want to essentially bring back the experience that we all know and love with the classic weapons. So they will for sure be looking at how to bring them into the sandbox of Halo Infinite, and if and when they do plan on bringing it back as DLC or whatever, they will let us know. And finally, they talked a little bit about grenades and how they will work in Halo Infinite. Quinn said, he used the word wrinkles. He said that they are adding little wrinkles to the grenades and how they work. I don't imagine the grenades will be too drastically changed from previous installments. However, an example he did give us was the spike grenade. He basically said that sticking a grunt or a general weaker enemy can kill them on impact. Essentially, their logic was that the spike grenade has spikes. So to differentiate it even more from the plasma grenade, they just buffed up the damage done when you get stuck. And again, he used the term wrinkle for that. So of course, I'm wondering what other wrinkles are they going to introduce to the other grenades. Personally, I'm still hoping they bring back that incineration grenade. I love that thing in Halo 3. But yeah, that's going to be it for this breakdown, guys. They had other fun questions in this interview, like what was Quinn's favorite legacy weapon, what was his favorite legacy game, things like that. So again, if you're interested in just watching the whole 25-30 minute video, link will be in the description down below. But if you did enjoy this video that you're watching now, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment with what you think of the new information we got from this video. Personally, I think the most exciting thing they gave us in this video is the introduction of a new damage system for vehicles. I can totally see some shenanigans happening by blowing out people's tires and whatnot, affecting the way the vehicle drives. I think that can just lead to some hilarious moments, and I'm really looking forward to testing out this new system. But yeah, as always guys, I want to thank you for watching the video, and I will talk to you in the next one.